runs behind the wicket. 1 point, it was 27 out of 37 scored behind the wicket. So many runs that groups behind the wicket. Way too many.
Nose, but he's managed to get a bit on it, and it's whistled away down the front leg. His head back as the ball's got a little smile on his face there. Got away with it.
It was a good tactic against Glenn McGrath, because this is what happens when you annoy Glenn McGrath. He starts trying to bowl you out. Gets more Yorkers, and on this occasion it's a bouncer. But instead of just being very persevering, hammering away outside off stump, he suddenly tries to bowl you out. That's the style that he likes to bowl, just persistent. Just hammer away around about off stump, a little bit outside off stump. Much an arm player. It's not a lot of Triscock in his batting. Also wandering around quite a bit in the crease.
Another one off the middle of the bat. Look at him for boundary.
Good circumstances here for the batsman. Ball's really racing across the outfield. And in addition, it seems to be coming onto the bat a lot better on this pitch than it did the other night in the Australia A game. Tom Parker, the curator here, thought that there would be a little more bounce in this pitch. He's been proved right. That's the problem that Triscock has, because, as I say, he's very much an arm player. Being fluent about his driving. You can make when the batsman really cocks his wrists, you can make a much later decision to play the shot. Gillespie is just hammering away outside off stump. That's where he's had his success with Triscock.
Nicely played. Right down on top of that one. Triscock getting it away to the third man. As well, the run rate nudging up to 5 now. So while they may have been a bit lucky out there, the truth of the matter is they've got off to a reasonably decent start. No wickets down for 48. Won the toss, batting first in beautiful batting conditions. The pitch is bound to get a bit slower. So it's just feasible that England could make a match of this.
Well, at least they're trying to do something different. They've done a few things, this pair of left-handed openers, to make Australia think about what they're doing.
Got that away too, nicely. McGrath is pretty square. He'll cut this off. Really, that's not very good running. Petrified of the arms of the Australians. It's no wicket for 50. Over the top, that's well played. That's the way you've got to play. at the beginning of these one-day internationals. The field's got to be up. Go back to 96 when Sri Lanka showed the way in that regard.
Yeah, there were some interesting stats in the morning paper up here in Sydney. Stats saying that since 1996, January 96, that the opening batsmen have picked up their strike rate by as much as 13, which is an awful lot. In that same period, middle order players have actually gone backwards just a little bit. The article basically making the point that the Sri Lankan pair, Sanatja Surya.
LG has spent decades earning your trust and spreading smiles. Let's celebrate together with exclusive offers on our latest products.
For the overs where you had to really get stuck in, and of course they did it pretty well. And if you look around the world of cricket, there's someone almost in every team. Well, just to give you an idea of the sort of shots that have been played here today, have a look at this. This is what's happened here this afternoon. That was lucky. That one went between second and third slip. And then we saw a few quite good shots. But lucky again, that one going down. That was a 6. You don't often see those. A 6 over the point boundary. That was flayed through the offside in the air, but he didn't half hit it hard. So a few good shots there through the offside in the main.
The stat I would like to see is the difference in strike rate for the opening batsman in that period in Australia.
Little bounce just short.
Knight has shown that he's prepared to throw the bat at pretty well everything. Yes, I just have a feeling that there wouldn't be anywhere near that sort of difference in Australia. It's not so easy to belt the opening bowlers around in Australia, and that's because of the extra bounce in the pitches. I suspect that that huge gap reflects the difference, say, on the subcontinent, on the lower, slower pitches.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. That's a good shot, straight down the ground for 4. I think that Gilchrist has made a huge difference to the strike rate. When you think back to Dyson and Vessels and all those blokes, I would have thought there's a big difference in the strike rate these days than there was, certainly in that period.
That's an excellent shot. That's where England have to look to hit more balls down the ground. That was Trescothick at his best. Just gave it the full face of the bat. Didn't even have to follow through.
Nasty chop down. Well, they're starting to look a little better now, and this is encouraging. It's been very sad so far watching these guys play. Hopefully they continue. It's no wicket for 59. So no wicket for 59. A great start here. Started today 5-1 to win this match, England. They won the toss and batting first. They've got over 59 now. The run rate is rushing up to 5.5. Certainly a huge change now. They can Watson change things. They need a wicket Australia to get one or two little order players in. Irani is due to come in next. He has a bit of
money where your mouth is?
Oh, absolutely. Went rushing down there, sneaked in just in time. I bet those odds are coming down at the moment.
How much of the Greg millions did you invest?
Just $15, that is. Oh, good shot. Oh, great shot. Way over the top. Wonderful shot. Well, that's Trescothick. He's certainly hitting, well, he's hit 5 fours, and now he's registered a 6, and Knight's already posted one over the top of point.
Well, Well, that makes you wonder why he hasn't hit more balls down the ground. He's done that so well. That's where, being an arm player, it really suits him to hit straight down the ground. He's hit that magnificently, quite a few rows back.
That's four as well. Blasted it through the offside. Changed the field, fellas. This is not going to work now, I don't think. They're very square still, the Australian fieldsman saving one. There's some big gaps down the ground.
Well, suddenly the penny has dropped for Marcus Trescothick, or perhaps it's the difference between a player really struggling for form and suddenly a player getting some confidence back into his game. And I think you'll find that it's only in recent times that we've seen these runs starting to come here in front of the wicket rather than behind the wicket.
12 off the over so far with 2 to go, and bear in mind that the Australians haven't really settled this question of who the all-rounder should be. They've been trying various people. That's a lovely shot. That's the 6 straight down the ground, and the incumbent's got the ball at the moment in Watson. Look at that, right off the middle of the bat. You don't really have to hit them that hard, do you, if you get the timing right?
I'd say that he uses a fairly heavy bat. He's the sort of player that really likes to just lay the bat on the ball. There's not much backlift, there's not a big follow through. Makes you wonder why he doesn't hit more balls down the ground, because his style really is suited to doing that. He's starting to do it now. Confidence is really coming back.
Off the over, no wicket for 71. So no wicket for 71. The English crowd, the ground here today, that segment anyhow, have at last got something to talk about, to shout about. Will it last? Brett Lee has been introduced, and the Australians here have quite enjoyed it. They've given him a big cheer. So Brett Lee, the fastest of the Aussies, will now be homing in on them.
Ricky Ponting at the toss, saying that his instructions to Brett Lee were to bowl quick. Probably also suggested take a few wickets. If he didn't suggest it before the game, I'm sure when he gave him the ball in this spell, he would have said, mate, I need a couple quickly.
So Brett Lee has drawn blood once. Blood, that is, in the form of Tudor. He's still over in Perth, and in the squad right now. And judging by the comments made by Lee, he's not going to go easy on anybody.
Well, with Brett Lee having been introduced into the attack, I guess it's a good time to talk about one of our favourite competitions, the Toyota Fastball competition. That's the fast wide, just down the leg side. It's the Toyota Fastball competition this season. You've got to guess the fastest delivery of the day. The prizes, well, the daily prizes, Toyota cricket kit, which is valued at about $400. And then at the end of the VB series, the major prize, you have a choice of either a Toyota Celica MX or a Toyota MR2 Spider. So what I'd suggest you do is go to the website 9msn.au/Toyota Fastball. That'll give you all the details, and you do it all via that website. So the Toyota Fastball competition is on again, and you have the choice of a couple of marvellous cars. I reckon Greggy would be picking the MR2 Spider.
Yep, I'll be into one of the old Spiders like a flash. Prize, fantastic. So get into the Toyota Fastball competition. And you'll have an opportunity during every match of the VB series. And of course, keep registering your interest there every day, and you've got a good chance of, or better chance, should I say, of taking away one of those cars. Brett Lee, meanwhile, is quietly building up his speed. He's got it up around about that 150 mark now. Lovely day in Sydney, really is beautiful. With a breeze out of the north. Well, that's well played. That's very well played. He's taken that one off the stumps. It may have been just outside off stump. And flicked it away wide of mid-on. That's much better cricket. Presenting a little more bat on the ball.
Well, working on the theory now, Marcus Trescothick. Hit them where they ain't. He's taken that one from just outside off stump. There's only 2 fieldsmen on the onside. So he's looking to take advantage of that. Difficult for the left-hand batsman with the bowler coming right arm over the wicket. Playing on the onside is almost playing straight.
That's he. Is it? Well, no, it won't. It'll well fielded. Watson down there. That takes him to 49. Boy, he hit that one hard too. Well, did he touch the rope?
Watson doing well there. In fact, I thought he got rid of the ball, but he may not have got rid of it in time. So it may be 50 for Marcus Trescothick.
I've got to say, I don't understand why, if he did touch the rope, and he would have felt it there, and he's still got the ball in his hand. I mean, lets it go. No, he's got his foot against the rope there, in my view. And so I think that's got to be 4. And the guy that knows best is him, surely. Let's have a look. He tries to let it go. Let's see where he is here. Up against the rope there. Yeah, definitely 4. Save so much time. If the player knew, just to say, yeah, 4, signal 4 from the boundary.
The only thing is the foot may have been above the rope. It was at an angle, the foot. He certainly wasn't down flat.
That's it.
इंडिया मार्केट ग्रो कर रहा है और रिटेल इन्वेस्टर्स भी। आज इंडिया में 20 करोड़ से ज्यादा डीमैट अकाउंट्स हैं और 2025 में रिकॉर्ड ब्रेकिंग नंबर ऑफ मेन बोर्ड आईपीओस आ चुके हैं। आईपीओस में अप्लाई करना तो आसान है, बट सही इंफॉर्मेशन ट्रैक करना नहीं। इसलिए एंजल वन का आईपीओ सेंटर ट्रैक लाइव और अपकमिंग आईपीओस एक ही जगह। सब्सक्रिप्शन स्टेटस लाइव देखो एंड गेट मल्टीपल लॉट्स में इजीली अप्लाई करने का ऑप्शन वाया यूपीआई। Try Angel One now.
Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
They've got to continue batting well, but Trescothick is looking better.
That's well run too. Starting to get the running right as well.
You can see a bit more confidence in the England openers now, even to the point where they're thinking a lot more about the singles, starting to hit the ball a lot straighter down the ground.
Yes, that's right. It's over 6 and over now. Great. Bit of pressure here on Watson as well. I think he's obviously got the ball now. 4 bowlers used so far. He and Lee operating, but Watson in that position as all-rounder would have no doubt read some of the speculations to exactly who should take this position. I think it's generally felt that he hasn't secured it yet, so when that is the case, then it's always just a little tough, and he'll want to perform well today.
Now, suddenly Trescothick is looking to play the ball behind the wicket again. He's had so much success in the last few overs, playing down the ground. Probably the right length to be looking to square cut, but he was looking to play more of a dab shot than a real full-blooded square cut.
In the air and just wide. Just wide. Every now and again, the Aussie fieldsmen snaffle one of those. Not that time.
Ponting fielding in a fine gully position. Once again, it was an attempted late cut by Trescothick. Just got a little bit of a top edge.
Continuing to swing the bat. I can tell you that Irani comes in next, and he doesn't mind swinging the bat either. He likes to chip it over this infield. Mind you, this is over number 14, so they'll be allowed to spread the field just a little bit after 15. But no wicket for 83 is a fantastic start by England.
2 men out now on the offside. You've got a third man and a point on the boundary. Glenn McGrath has come up at fine leg.
He's taken it away from outside off stump again. This won't go to the boundary, but this time they will get 3. 5 off the over. No wicket for 86. So 86 has been recorded, only 14 overs are bowled. Fantastic run rate. To tell you more about it, Mark Taylor and Richie Bennett.
Thank you, Tony. Yes, and very good to watch as well. A little bit of luck early on, I think it'd be fair to say, particularly for Trescothick. But apart from that, England have rode their luck beautifully. Now they are playing very well. Really attacked the Australian bowlers. First time we've seen it all summer. Just like that. No runs on this occasion. There's been no fear shown by either opener. It's been McGrath or Gillespie, or now Brett Lee. Both batsmen will be prepared to change their game, move around their crease, make a bit of room, just generally take the attack to the Australian bowlers. So far, they've been justifiably rewarded. It's been great to watch, Richie.
It's been unusual to watch, and great as well. This is Lee in his second over. When England started, they looked exactly the same as their batsmen had done in the Test series. The footwork was poor, brain wasn't in gear, nowhere near being in gear. And all of a sudden, they had a little bit of good fortune. Feet started to move properly, and they're pushed along to the extent now they're 86 without loss. And it has been quite remarkable to watch. It just shows what can happen with a bit of good fortune, some stroke play, a bit of innovation.
What both Knight and Trescothick have done so far by playing shots like this, you won't see this in too many textbooks, mind you, but really have forced the Australian bowlers to change their thinking. Brett Lee's bowling fast, but they're having to bowl different lengths all the time. To think about bowling Yorkers, bouncers, haven't been allowed to just bowl that consistent line and length that we've seen the Australians bowl throughout the summer so far. It's not out of the middle, but he picked up a single. It was interesting to watch McGrath earlier today. We usually show McGrath when he bowls, generally the balls can land in the space around about 6 or 7 inches round. But today McGrath had to bowl a lot of different lengths. It's Brett Lee's ball there. He's the quickest of the Australian bowlers. And McGrath's the grey one, so he's one of the slower ones, but generally more of a bounce bowler, McGrath.
Just a little bit unlucky, Glenn McGrath, in his first spell. He went past the outside edge a few times, One should have been caught off the first ball of the match, which he bowled. And there were other edges. So he finished up with none for 27 from 6 overs, but he did bowl pretty well. Very straight, but he was just a little bit put off by the batsman charging him. The result is no wickets, but could have been better.